Welcome. This is pretty course, I'll admit. Mm, this nice. I don't think that the flavors taste well. It's just too many flavors going on. But it's good. And it's not bad to eat. The book I'm gonna be rapping about today is This Motherless. I don't know. I feel like this story is one of the stories that just like lives with you forever. I don't even know I'm saying. What we're going to be talking about today is This Motherless. I don't know. I feel like this story or this book is one of has one of those stories that just lives with you forever. I enjoyed reading every page in this book. I was mesmerized. I feel like I don't have any words to justify how good this book was, but it was good. Let's go ahead and read the first page. I still don't understand this first Daihe quote. The stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone, and that is Psalm 118, verse 22. And the book is set in late 1970s of Lagos in Nigeria. And yeah, so I'm just going to read the first page. Funke, hurry up. I don't know, was that like Yoruba accent? Funke, hurry up. Come in, Mom, Funke scolded as she buckled her bata shoes. Mom said the biggest difference between Nigeria and England was that here, everyone moaned about the traffic, and there, everyone moaned about the weather. Funke had more reason to moan than most. A mother who taught at her school with a lot of downsides. Oh, yeah. A mother who taught at her school came with a lot of downsides. Having to wake up at half four was in the top three. And to make things worse, today was Friday, an odd day. The ridiculous odd and even business had started last year. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, only cars with odd numbered license plates could use the roads. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays were even days. Dad had sworn it would create a two-tier society where the thieving rich would thrive and the hardworking poor would suffer. Funke hadn't paid much attention. She was used to him ranting about illiterate army detectors. By day, he lectured undergraduates on ophthalmology. By night, his go-to subject was the corrupt government's intent on destroying his great fatherland. The traffic did improve for a couple of months, but soon, people who could afford it bought a second car, and those who couldn't got a second number plate and a screwdriver. And actually, this is one of the reasons why I love reading books because it just helps you learn about history and technical facts and real life facts in a simple and simple and easy tautology, in a simple and fun way. Let's say easy, and I mean in a seamless and fun way. That would be a better word to use for the context because it is not exactly easy to read or simple, but it is a seamless and fun way to learn. And also intrigued to learn that this was actually a policy that was employed or implemented in real life in 1978 on odd days, and the odd days and even days, you know plate numbers with odd numbers would not fly on some days, and plate numbers with even numbers would also have to fly on particular days. And that was so stupid. But like, how? Like, why not just, I don't know, construct better road networks? Why not just, I don't know, provide better public transport systems? Like, what kind of policy is that? I was flabbergasted to learn that that actually happened in real life. But yeah, that's the first page, and I wonder if it gives enough foreshadowing or it gives enough about the premise. One thing with me, I am a very ardent, uh, what would I say? A very ardent blind reader. I go out of my way to blind read books because I feel like knowing everything about a book could ruin it for you. Not in getting spoilers kind of way, but you just begin to expect some sort of things, and then when you do not get what you're expecting, it just ruins the reading experience for you. So for me, I just read the blog. I read like the some part of the blog and additionally just skim through it. I just want to know the premise, um, and what is it about, not everything about the character or something. I just go into a book. I just dive into it blindly, partially blindly. That's it for me. But I think the first book gives enough premise. We know that there's a character Finke, and she has a mom who teaches in her school, and it is 1970s. It's late 1970s. She has a dad who teaches ophthalmology and is passionate about politics. And we know that Nigeria is a place where the thieving rich thrives, and we know that her mom talks about Nigeria and England, and you probably say something about how her mother once lived in England or how her mother is from England. That's enough for me, I think. I think the whole bit about the policy of odd plate numbers and even plate numbers uh, kind of made me curious to want to read more. I actually thought it was not true until I read outside of the book about it, and I'm like, okay. So yes, I'm curious about. I think that first page made me curious about Funke and her mother. What's her mother's deal with England? What's her dad's deal? Why does her mother? I mean, why does Funke hate um her mother teaching at her school? Incredible premise, I would say. Let's read the blog. Let's read the blog. From the acclaimed author of Wahala comes a vibrant retelling of Mansfield Park. I don't know, I've never read Mansfield Park, but that reminds me, I should probably read it. I coming from I read Wahala and I think it was humorous and it was one of those humorous chick leads, you know. But this is one thing about blind reading because I did not know what to expect. I did not know that this would be, I mean, that this motherland would be this motherless land because I wasn't expecting this. Yeah. Set in modern day Lagos and Somerset, I wouldn't say modern day. They should have just used the word, I mean, they should have just used 1970s Lagos because it's not modern day Lagos. Okay, yeah, some parts were, no, none of the books were set. I mean, none of the parts of, I mean, nowhere in the book or nothing in the book is set in modern day Lagos. It was all 90s and 70s. I don't know. Okay, and early 2000s, right? Right? Let me check. Because the books were divided into parts, and then every part was like, oh, 1978. You see, this is part 3, and part 3 is 1992. I don't know why they used modern day Lagos. Okay, set in modern day Lagos and Somerset in England, two cultures collide in an entertaining and fast-moving tale of caste, greed, and prejudice. Yes, actually, I do agree with the fact that the two cultures collided in a really interesting way. I don't want to give away too much because I have about books, but I don't give spoilers. Really, I'm a good sportsman. After a tragic accident in Lagos, young Funke is sent to live with her maternal family in England. Faced with condescension and neglect, she strives to fit in, determined to become one of them. Her free spirited cousin Eve has always wanted to break free from her joyless family, resolved to be nothing like them. Fiercely protective of Funke, she finally has a purpose and an ally. The two girls give each other what they need most, love. But the past casts long shadows, and the choices made by their mothers haunt Funke and Leave, shaping the trajectory of their adult lives. Can they escape their legacy? This motherless land bridges through three decades and two continents, delving into the thorny territories of race, culture, and belonging. At its heart is a story about love and how it can make a difference between surviving and thriving. And we have some notes from other authors. Um, Shemaine Recalsing, the author of Black Cake, says it is a vibrant coming of age story. I don't know. I don't know if I liked the the notes at the front because I don't think the notes at the front did justice. If and some of the phrases written in the front too, it felt like they did not read the book and they were just saying what they like because like what Damilare Kuku wrote is just I don't know. I do get it, but it just like deeper following author of Africa is not a country says stunning, a worthy follow up to Wahala. But still, this is a good book. It is really nice. And now that I think of it, maybe I was wrong about my opinion about the notes in the front in the first place. I think that they did all do justice somewhat in their own way. I think that it is important to know that perspective differs. But yeah, this was a priceless, priceless narrative indeed. I don't want to give too much spoilers away, but what do I think about this book? Okay, uh, why does this look so dry now? Ugh, OMG. Yeah, resounding 5 stars. Nothing else but 5 stars. I don't know. Like Dem Coco said, it tugs at the heartstrings, and I think it's just this story is going to live with me forever. I haven't had this feeling in a while since I read Americana. My controversial opinion about this book is that I feel like the story alternates between Funke and Leave. You know, at some point, from um, starting from I think the second part, the point of view from Liv's narrative is introduced. I mean, Liv's POV is introduced, and I think that the truth is, if you read this book, I think you would understand. The truth is, Kate is the ultimate protagonist, and I think that Liv deserves to be classified as one of the antagonists because she's a selfish girl, a selfish, spoiled girl, and nobody else deserves to be, I don't know, to be looked at in the light of a protagonist apart from Funke. I mean, Liv was selfish. She drugged. I said I'm not going to give away too much, but Yeah, I think that you should read it so that you can understand what I'm saying. But that is my controversial take of this book. The only protagonist is Funke, and I think that Leaves' point of view was not needed. Don't get me wrong, it was still a good book. It is still a good book, and it doesn't take away from it in any way. Leaves' point of view was not needed. She is also one of the antagonists. She's a stupid girl. Pardon my use of words. Yeah, that is my controversial take about the book. Overall, 5 stars. Good book. It really helped with learning about history and 1970s Lakers. I want to talk about how I do like tearjerkers. I want to talk about how sometimes books that are so happy annoy me because you know the first chapter was idyllic, like happy, her half caste mother, the pearls, the parrot, garden party, going to Ikoyi club with her friend. Only for me to encounter a wood shock. I really liked how the uh, accident was narrated. It was so stark and jolting because, like, from where to where, they were just like all having fun in the car, and it was written so vividly. Everything was written so vividly and realistically. Great narrative, great use of words, great writing, great story. This is it. I think I'm just going to get back to eating.